Okay, now we need to create an action listener for the second button called load button. That means we need to retrieve the data that is saved on the file using the load button. So here I am going to create an action listener for the load button. The button ID is load. So load dot set on click listener. This new new view dot on click listener. Here is a semicolon is needed. Okay, so whenever the user click the load button, we need to get the data back from the file. So in order to get the data back from the file, we need an object called file input stream. So here I'm going to create an object of file input stream class. File input stream is equal to we need to open that file using open input, open file input with the name. The name of the file is text.txt. I just opened that file. We need to insert it in try catch block because it is a statement that may lead to an exception. So we need to insert that into a try catch block. Okay, so here we just got an object of file input stream. So in order to read the data, read the character, read the data from the file, we need another class object called input stream reader object. So input stream reader object stream isr is equal to new input stream reader. I just passed the object of file input stream. Okay, now we got an object of file input stream, also input stream reader object. We don't know how much data is present in that file. So now we are going to read the data into separate blocks. That means here I am going to read the data into 100 blocks of data. So here I am going to create another integer variable for getting the data as a block. Here I just data block is equal to 100. I just initialize a variable, an integer variable with name data block, and the value is 100. Now I am going to create a string array for a character array for reading the data with the size of that block size. So here I am going to create a character array. Data is equal to new char of that variable name is data block, or that variable name is data block. Okay, so here the variable name is data block. I just declare a character array. That means here we are going to read the data from the file in the form of a block. So in order to read each block of data, we need a character array. So now we need a string that we need a string for saving the final data. So I declare a string here. I initialize with an empty string. Now this is the time to read the data. So in order to get each block size, I declare another integer here in the size. So here I am going to start a while loop. While size is equal to, I just using an object called ISR, that is an object of the input stream reader class. ISR dot, there is a method called read the data into the data array. Here we got the size of the each block. That means if there is only 80 characters present in that file, then the size variable, this method will return a size of 80 into the variable called a size. So if there is no data is present on the input reader object, input stream reader object, then it will return a minus value. If it is greater than 0, so here some bracket is missing. If data is greater than 0, we need to surround it with a try catch block. Okay. So here I also declare another string read data is equal to using an object of the string class dot copy value of we read data from the data array, and here it start from the 0th position, and here the length is the size of the data array. Here the size is variable size. Okay. Here we just read each block of data into this string read data. That means here we just copy all the data from each block. Here we read data into separate blocks. In this statement we just copy one block of data into this string into this string called read data. Now I have to attach each block into a final string. So here I just using the final data string plus is equal to, I just attach each data block into this string. Okay, now I have to again initialize for reading the another block of 100 data. So here I just again initialize that character string new char of data block. So again here it is initialized. So here if there is no data present on the buffer, then it will return a -1. Otherwise it will return the size of the data block, size of the data present in each block. Here we just read the data of each block into a string called here we just convert the character of data, number of characters of data into a string. Now here I just attach each block of data into this string. So here I again initialize that data into another block of data. So if there is a 120 data present on a file, then first upon it read 100 data, again it read 20 data, and after again if it is trying to read there is no data present, so it will return -1. So this loop will exit. So here I am I just display the data using a toast. Get the base context, data, message, plus the message is on the final data string, final data. Here you need to specify duration, toast dot, I make it as long, make the string visible. Okay, so here we done all the coding of retrieving data from the file. So now this is the time to run the project. So run as Android application project. Okay, here the project is launched on the emulator. Here is enter a message, edit text is present. Now I am going to add a message here. Hello world. First of all, I have to save the data. Save data. So data is saved here. Now I have to retrieve the saved data. So load data. So message hello world. Guys, this is how we saving a data into a file in your application. You got the complete source code of this topic from my blog. My blog URL is given under the description of this video. Guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel for getting further video updates. See you in the next part of this tutorial.